Hello and welcome back. Now, I recorded my session yesterday and I recorded the bit where it went wrong, and I have no idea what this thing is. This question mark thing. I have no idea what it means. But when I saved my game yesterday, it didn't save, but more than it didn't save, it actually deleted the save slot. Now as we all, well, what on earth is that inside there? Why have we got weird question marks? What is that about? This is really bizarre. It's like the game has gone wrong as well. It's shocking. Well, I can only do the best I can. I've literally... something went wrong in the last time was in the game. I literally recorded it where it was literally just hanging saying saving the game, so I had no option other than to literally get out of the game. Does it see that? Is everything as it should be? Right, I'm going to change a couple of things. Right, okay. So, I'm going to call this Deja Vu, because if you look at the date, it's June. That is because it deleted my save game, and this is at the beginning of yesterday, because obviously the backup game goes backwards. So this is us going backwards after earning our total, which I checked in the YouTube video, because of course I have the video that shows what we did in this very episode, all of it from this point onwards, and our grand total was 56,187, which of course you can have a look at on YouTube. I am not making it up, but the fairest way for me to do this is to add the money in that we did earn, and then fast forward time so that we catch up with ourselves where we were, because that is actually where I left it. I just literally went through the night, slept through the night, and then we woke up in the day, and then I saved it, and that was it. So we're going to do exactly the same again, only this time what we're going to do is, obviously, I'm going to press the F12 tools. I've obviously worked it out how much it is, and the total I need to add is 27,448 to get the exact total of 56,187, which is exactly where we were at the end of tomorrow. Now I need to just remind myself what was on special, my favourite part of the day. Yeah, it was that. That is right, I remember that. Right, okay. Now I'm going to save this visibly so people can see me doing it, and I hope this time that it actually does save correctly, because I haven't tried to do this. Thank goodness for that. Oh, right, okay. Let's sleep through till tomorrow then, and till 7 o'clock in the morning. The new icon for sleeping at night, I like it. Very good. It was, well, no, you can still see the episode, you just couldn't see the results of the episode, so yes, I don't really need to show you what happened in the episode. 87,760, because we are selling our productions presently, so we should be totally out of everything, I think, in our... well, okay, 2,000 odd in both. So the first thing we need to do is obviously buy some product in to keep our sugar empire going. We can't have this, so that's job number one. Oh, no. Job number one is, let's shut the doors on the greenhouse. Is it still showing us we've got water. Oh, it doesn't go down much, does it? That's excellent. I think it's only gone down about 1,500 a day. So that means, wow, it means I don't need to put water in very often then. If it goes down, though, I'm not sure. It's not a 24-hour day though, is it? It was literally half of a day, so it might be 3,000 a day. That's still good though. 20 hours, that would be 7 months of not needing to water, which is my kind of thing, definitely. So this is not another session. In fact, yeah, this is not another session actually. This is me. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at this point. This is just going to be an addendum so that you can see exactly where we are. Oh, and the one thing I will do is my favourite part of the day. We shall see what special offers there are on. This is literally me going to leave it at that point. Oh, that's typical. Is that not typical? Seriously. One thing I spoke about, a really good tractor. Oh dear, that's just Murphy's Law, isn't it, that, to be honest? A really powerful tractor comes in at a smashing price when I can't afford it. What is that? Mother bins. Am I reading that right? That's a monster, isn't it? I didn't even know that existed. That's a very reasonable header. Now that's one thing I'm not sure of yet. Obviously I know that in the old game you used to be able to swap headers about. I often used to go for the Draper, but I don't know if that's the case anymore. So I could buy that in readiness for my first harvester, and it might be rubbish, so I don't do it. That is absolutely monstrous. It really is absolutely monstrous. Yeah, 400 horsepower you would need for that beast. And I can see why. I don't think our little tractor, not only that, I think it's probably... That is amazing. I'm going to do a test, I think, with this recording. No, I'm not. It's too much cheating. It is what it is. We've got what we've got and everything. Right, anyway. I'm literally going to save my game now. I'm going to say this is really basically us. We are now where we should be in the stream of time. Now, oh yeah, and there is this new thing. Needs rolling. Well, it actually showed some more, didn't it? Yeah, this is bizarre. It says it needs weeding, but both of them have actually done. But if you look on the field info for our fields, it is showing as heavily with weed, and yet we've sprayed it. And if you look on the field, like if we take 38, you can see 40 is looking right weird. The little bits of green are accurate, but the brown definitely isn't. Just look at, let's take a walk to field 38. In fact, look, that one's been sprayed as well. Look at field 41, showing brown, weed, total weed. Am I reading this right? Or does brown mean there is no weed? Does green mean the weed's growing? This is confusing. This is very confusing. Yeah, but if the brown means weed's not there, then that means you'd have to switch weed off to see what fertiliser state you've got. Which you do, and the needs rolling. Oh wow. Okay. Now that makes sense now. Okay, that's... The only thing is though, does brown then mean there are no weeds? It's rather confusing. Because there are no weeds on this field, there are no weeds on my field, and there are no weeds on that field. It's got to be that brown means there are no weeds, but why would you have to switch the state off then, so you can see your fertiliser? That makes no sense. But then again, I suppose each one's like a layer to show you one thing, so I suppose it's just a different way of doing the same thing that we used to do, isn't it really? Yeah, I can live with that. So that's what I noticed yesterday after the updates. We had a couple of curveballs yesterday, but we sailed through it. We had one contract where we literally did the whole contract. Anyway, I'm waffling actually. You would see that if you'd watched it, so I'm going to shut up. This is just me, an addendum on what we've done to rectify what was wrong. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now. Hello, and welcome back. Right, let me remind myself, have we any contracts? Ooh. Oh, of course, no. Yeah, of course, this is the deja vu, isn't it? This is where it's destroyed. Yeah. Ah, this is so annoying. Yeah, I do remember where we are. Have we got anything nice? Yeah, it's all flooding back to me now. That's right, we'd actually done so much already, and yeah, we'll get that contract out of the way. I'd literally done lots of contracts. Let's literally grab that contract, and we shall manually do that one. Let's grab that. We should finish that. It's not far from us. We should fill this beast. We should get this one done. Yes, all of my Let's Plays, all 3 of them, have been torn apart since the 1.2 updates. Everything was hunky-dory. I don't know whether it's my recording software that all of a sudden doesn't like the game, or something in the way that the game tries to save, because since the 1.2 update, now all of a sudden everything is crashing and burning. Well, that reminds me, let me have a quick look at our productions. I have figured something out. We are not having that on selling, we are having that on storing. Oh, that reminds me, first order of business is top those up. We are out of product. It looks like, yeah, let's just fill this up, and then we shall fill that up. Most important order of business is keep our productions going. Side. Right. Let's grab the Voltra. I'm a bit too far out. I think it's because we're often doing fertilising and spraying, so you tend to... Oh, I've got that new air hose sound, it's absolutely amazing. Right, so we need 20 tonne a day, so we need 2 sets of sugar cane and 2 sets of sugar beets, so that's 4 sets of these. Yes, I said I'd figured something out, and I have. And we tested this on my Elm Creek Let's Play. Basically, if you have your productions on storing rather than selling, I should tell you how it works, because I actually did test this. If you look at the price of products, so we're looking for sugar, Right now, if I had lots of sugar, if I slept at this moment and I told my productions to sell, it would sell them at the average of those two amounts. Now, if there are four buying places on the map, we're lucky in Haut Beyleron. On Elm Creek there are four. It would again take the four of those averaged. So if one of those is on 500 and the other's on 900, it'll take an average of roughly 750. So you're losing a serious amount of money. If you check your price when you go to sleep, when you're about to go to sleep, and you hit sell and go to sleep, at that moment it works out how much you're going to get. And we've tested this. I tested it 2 or 3 nights on the trot with different prices and worked it out with the calculator, and it is working like that. Whether Giants change it once they realise that we know and they randomise it a little bit, but presently it does work in that very logical way, which is what you'd really expect. Right, so anyway, let's get sugar beets. One set of 20 tons will get us through a day. This is us buying sugar in for our productions, which I'm very pleased to say is now, or was, oh that's a point. Is this still, we lost progress. Please tell me this is still, yeah, it's a little bit bad as you go down, but that can't really be helped. Why? Am I a bit too far out? Okay. Okay, we should try again. A little bit too far out. Can't. Have I switched? Let me just check that I haven't switched off. Have I switched info trigger? Trying to say markets are on. Why is that not popping? Okay, this is intriguing now. It's upside back. So why is that not popping? We're not full or anything on the productions menu. In fact, we're almost empty. Why will that not allow me to... Oh my life, what? Please don't tell me something like the productions is not registering. You know, since the update it gets better and better. Right, okay. Let's grab the one thing we can temporarily do and let's go and spray the field. Gordon Bennett. This is ridiculous. My productions have gone wrong or something stupid. The game is getting almost unplayable. This is ridiculous. One thing gets fixed and then something else gets broken. I do love using this. I have used it on this very field before. My save game got crashed by the updates and got destroyed. This is now the day before. Yes, I've already done this contract and about 4 others. We had the best possible day that I've ever had. I think it did explain in my last thing of this, the money does reflect it. That's the one thing I have done, because obviously we did lose that. The one bonus we do get is we've already done this and been paid for it, so therefore in a way we will have been paid twice, but only technically. We did do the job and I will have done the job twice, so therefore I'm not cheating, but it is a bit of a bonus, including the fact that I know that I'm going to get reimbursed for what's left because I've already done this. Also, I think our grass field is ready to cut. It was, so if our productions have gone bad, we shall see whatever's going to happen with that, to see if we can top that up later in the day, whether a new save will help that or what. I'm really at a loss as to say, well, now let's see if we can do a better job than I did last time, because I crashed into the tree last time because I didn't gauge this right. So I'm not used to the speed of a sprayer being this fast. Standard sprayer goes at 7 miles an hour, this goes at 15 and 16, so it's double and then a little bit more than any normal sprayer. If I'd got the money for doing spraying contracts, I would certainly buy one of these. Absolutely amazing bits of kit, just they're a little bit out of my price range. If I see one on special super duper offer, I will buy one. We're already heavily in debt, so yeah, one thing at a time. Right, let's get ready to flip in the middle. There we are, I can see it in the distance where we got to. The blackened, scorched weeds. I really do love this. This is an amazing bit of kit. I've only once used the Rubicon, and it was so scary because it devoured so much herbicide in so little time that it was a bit scary to use. But again, that's an impressive bit of kit that also goes the same speed. Well, it says 15, so does this, but it does 16 most of the time, which is quite amazing. This is a big field. It's quite amazing actually, because obviously people talk about realism, but this contract is the very contract where it is the very first time that I actually used the Rubicon. The first time I did this contract, it actually gave a Rubicon. All I can say is the farmer is a very rich person to have both a Rubicon and the Bruin as well. Both are a little bit expensive, so perhaps lease them out to other farmers at times. Yeah, I know really it's just a sign by the game, but it just made me laugh. People going about realism, and I thought, this is one hell of a rich farmer, because last time I was on their field I had the bigger one. Wow, certainly are covering this quickly. Far off done now. Little bit of a square. Mind you, it's still quite a bit that away. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is a weird shape, isn't it? Some tapering now. Wow. Smashing. I shall ring the farmer up and ask them. I shall leave it on the side of the road and let them pick it up. And ring them and tell them I've done the contract. Right. One contract fulfilled. Yes, we have done 21, 27 and 32 again. That's the one sort of advantage or disadvantage to playing the same game again. Let me just go and have a look to see. I don't get why this is not allowing us to... It's like the trigger's gone wrong or something. Just don't get it. No, we are definitely in the right place. Definitely not playing ball. That is very worrying. Right, let's go and have a look at the grass field and see if that does need cutting. I remember also, oh, that's right. It does need cutting, and we did a test. Because it does have 2 growth stages, but it doesn't sort of show it on the map. You can see it with your naked eye that it's got... what you'll see today is it will be very small. Being as we went a day forwards, because obviously we're playing a backup save game, the grass is at the small length. If we wait till tomorrow morning, it actually grows to full length, so we won't be cutting our grass today. We'll be waiting for the longer grass stage. Is, or is that? Is that the proper grass stage? Do you know, I think it is. I might have actually, yes, I may have done. I may have actually, I probably did. I think I fast forwarded time, haven't I? As in, like, slept the day so that I'm at the... It's weird because the same contracts have come up. Leads the window again. I would say then, if I'm right, if I have sped the day up, that means that our silage at the biogas plants should be about 50% ish, and it should be ready by tonight if I have slept through the day, if you know what I mean. So that I'm at the same place as I would have been. Right, this is a big job. I am going to literally say my words. Oh, the side of the field goes funny. There's something not quite right about it. I'm going to say I shall see you guys and girls on the other side. Right. I think, if I remember rightly, I have some reasonable bunker silos now, some of the modded ones. Indeed we do. Large. Now then, I would say... yeah. I would say that's... oh, is it going to be though? Or is it going to probably be better if we... yes. Set it back a bit. Ooh, we don't want it too close to our... yeah, we don't want to block off the... yeah, that's got good access and you can still get to... right, okay, so we do need to buy. We will buy this time as well. It's a shame we haven't got time to wait, because you can guarantee we're going to buy a windrower, and next month will be... it's funny, I was saying this on my Let's Play earlier. I don't think I've ever seen a windrower on special offer. I'd love to buy the Kuna, if I'm honest. That is an amazing beast, but again, it's a bit out of our price range. That is very good value, and we shall buy it. We shall windrow that, and now we've built that, we'll actually, instead of baling this time, we will actually grab the loose and take it straight to the biogas plant. That's one thing I do need to do before the end of this session though, that is to go and see how that's doing. I think it'll be by the end of the day. Just check on the workers, they really are very troublesome. Yeah, he's doing his as he's told, which is good. 21. Yeah, good progress. We are going to need our baling trailer actually now. Love the sound effects, absolutely amazing sounds. I do agree with Mr. CDP on this. Anybody who says, I mean, the game is an absolute nightmare at the minute, it really is. I mean, I've had so many curveballs, even worse since the update, to be truthful. Much worse. Serious damage to game files that I never ever had until the update. So yeah, I can understand why people are really upset. I mean, I'm creating content, and the disasters I have had have been absolutely catastrophic. All three of my Let's Plays have destroyed the save games, and I've had to use backup save games, which means I've lost a complete day on every single Let's Play. And now my productions are not working. I mean, it's just... yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I'm surprised I never damaged the field. I've got damage on, so why did that not damage the sugar beet when I was mowing? That was weird. I was expecting to see cut up sugar beet. So I always have crop damage on, because I think it's realistic. I will show you. I don't like there to be any destruction. Where are you? Oh, that one, isn't it? Crop destruction is field zone off, on. Crop destruction on. Yeah. I just don't get it. In fact, let's just set this going for a minute to cover us while we go and see, because I don't think he has finished the task. I didn't see a contract complete. I think you've missed something. Let's have a look. Ah, you have. Now then, actually, we could do with... Yeah, let's do a 7 metre. We'll go, this is straight in the middle section. It might be slightly longer than that. But that's far out. No, it's not. Yeah, just down the edge as well, exactly the same. It's a tad more. You have a little tiny banding of unfinished, but please don't tell me we're going to have the same as last time. We couldn't finish this field last time. So is this a bugged field then? Oh, seriously. Oh, thank goodness for that. It actually completed this time. 32 and 27. Okay. Why do I insist on always going on the wrong? So we've got field 27, so we'll send him set destination to there. Let's just see, make sure he goes. See if he can path find. Can. Brilliant, that is excellent. Right, let's go down to see how our AI worker is going. Excellent job. Very much for assisting. Very much appreciated. Get to use our forage wagon. The word didn't feel right in my head then. It is. It's very strange that I'm tired. The words don't seem right somehow. Yeah. Is it Stroud? I think. Sure it is. I don't think it's the big one, it's the medium or the small to medium, I think, but nevertheless, it'd be nice. We can now put that in our own bunker silo and then literally take it straight to the biogas plant. Right. Of course, he didn't recognise the edge of the field as it's not a field, is it, to the AIs? It's nice to see a lot of the reasonable mods coming in to help us, especially on Start From Scratch, because truthfully base game equipment is just too rich for most Start From Scratch Let's Plays. You seriously need, I must admit, the special offers every day help. Without mods they were my lifeline. We've bought so much second-hand equipment, it's been unbelievable, including a couple of tractors. They really have. It has been fantastic. To be honest, I find that the height of my farming simulator day is looking at the special deals on that day. Fantastic, and really enjoy that. But I don't think I've ever recalled seeing a windrower on special. I was saying that on my No Man's Land Let's Play earlier. I can't recall ever seeing a windrower on. So that's not saying they aren't. I might not have noticed it, but I've seen sprayers and all sorts, but rollers, mulchers, all sorts of things. But I just can't recall ever seeing a windrower, which is bizarre. I've seen sugar beet machines, all manner of massive machines, sugar cane machines as well, the big ones. Even seen those on special offer. I've seen the olive machine, the olive harvester. I've seen the grape harvester on special. Yeah, but just can't ever recall seeing a windrower, which is very strange. Yeah, I do love the sounds on this. I don't know how anyone can say that that's not an improvement. Of course, there's so many bugs, and to be honest, I think the update, as if anything, has broke things even more. It certainly has for me anyway. I never had half of the trouble that I've been having with, well, I never had these save game issues until the update. Now it's crashing my game and ripping it to pieces. So yeah, not good. Now then, I have a sneaky feeling that workers going to be going around in circles wasting money. Yet another thing that's very dodgy. Let me show you what I mean. Now, can you tell me what purpose that is doing apart from wasting my money to see if giants are, if I'm actually paying any attention? Which I am. But nevertheless, I don't really think that's terribly fair that I'm going to have to keep an eye on workers because they are now unreliable. They were better than that. They didn't used to do this. They have got worse. They're very, very unreliable. Now, some of the workers themselves, when you send them on a job, now they are good, but they actually, they send them on a destination now, the route finding's not terrible, although they don't like trees and they don't like certain locations, but whenever they get to their destination they go round in circles and just stay there forever. In 10 minutes time you would have wasted hundreds of euros for absolutely nothing. It's ridiculous. Ooh, please don't tell me that's going to be rain. It's just cloudy. Eye on that. We don't want any rain. Every time I get out with the grass work, rain seems to appear. Nearly done now. job. Missed a lot around the edge. We'll have to do a lot of tidy up, but nevertheless, doing badly. Last strip. Still missed a bit of grass on this. Don't know how many times I saw bits that I'd missed. I've still missed a couple of spots. Right. Let's go get the forage wagon. Shed down this side for the grass equipment, because that's the grass field, and I don't think I'm going to be swapping and changing. Right. Can't remember how big you are. That without mobile tool shop repair. Now then, how much does this store? Is this about 26 ton job? Looks like it. It's not the big 50 tonner. Nevertheless, not got far to travel to our little silage pit now. Now that is a little bit big. Stop looking at the contract. How's he doing? Ooh, not bad. Where's the other one? 32. You know, I'd like to do that one. I've done that field twice, and both times it was terrible. I think it's sorghum. I've left strips. The first time was the very first field I ever started on, and I did a lousy job. Has he run out of spray or something? Or does it not? Oh, no, it just takes a bit of time to show up. Oh. You haven't. I'm stuck or something. It won't move. That was weird. I was literally passing forwards and nothing was happening. We should just about do field 32. No doubt I think it is. It's something like sorghum or something, because obviously I've done this day before. No, I haven't, have I? Oh, I'm confused. I can't remember now whether this is the day, but the contracts are the same, so it's got to be the same day. Aha, you missed that patch as well. I see. I think we can almost... Yeah, it's not actually too far off full width. It's a little bit less, but it's not worth mucking around with things for that little bit. Gordon Bennett! It's getting stuck. Yeah, I'm not going to do that little tiny strip. Even I draw the line at tiddly little strips like that. there. This one we're going to do ourselves. Oh, mind you. No, I'd like to, because I've done a lousy job. I did a terrible job the first time, and I still wasn't pleased when I did this the other day. It was better than it was the first time, but it was still terrible. I'd like to have a chance to redeem my honour. And then we'll finish that field off, and then that will be the end of this play session. So we will have done plenty. Still on our growth, still growing. Yeah, it is this field here. Oh, it is horrible to see. Actually, no, that's not too bad. This can't be the same field, because, as in, the crop's different. I couldn't see where I'd been. I can easily see that. So something's gone wrong. So this... Perhaps, no, they can't have harvested. Oh, I don't know. Some crops are halfway through the year, aren't they? I'm confused. Totally confused. That loss of that... my save games totally confused me. No, I am on the right field. Otherwise it would say you're not allowed to do the field, wouldn't it? See if I can do a good job for once on this field that seems to be my bane. Let's grab that contract that we've just finished. Quite pleased with our achievements today. Another piece of equipment, put a bunker silo down. Our productions has gone funny. If it has gone funny, the trouble is I can't move it now. If it's gone funny, I'm going to literally move it, rip it, and then put it back down, because at this precise moment in time it actually hasn't got much in storage. I think whatever crashes has happened has done something bad to the lay of the land. That's why the productions is not working, and I think the only way we're going to fix it is by removing it and then re-adding it. So obviously, because it's a glitch from the game, I will remove and then re-add it. We see if that fixes it, because there's got to be something like that, because I just couldn't find the trigger earlier and I was definitely on it. This is the bit I always find difficult doing these when you're going along the edge of a field at an angle. I never seem to get the angles right. I either go in or go out. I know I said that last time, but it is so annoying. Just wish I could gauge my angles right. Because if I'm going square to the edge of a field, I seem to be alright. It's just these weird ones where you cut in at an angle. I always get the angle wrong. For once, actually, I seem to be holding my line. Oh no, I am going in very slightly. Yeah, I am, just a tad. That's probably the best I've ever done it though. Yeah, now I'm going out. Right, let's get ready, because I started on the edge of this field. Yeah, I can see the weeds that are blackened or browned where we've sprayed them. damage is still quite bad though. It truly is not. They said they'd fixed it. I don't know. I think obviously in FS22 they seriously wanted, if that is them fixing it, seriously want damage to vehicles to be quite extensive quite quickly. Because it might not tick down. It's almost like they've just halved it. It's still bad. Still ticks down over a Let's Play quite a few percentage. To the point that if you was on a Let's Play for 2 or 3 hours, your tractor's going to be seriously dead. Which that's totally unrealistic. Totally unrealistic. I suppose you would say, mind you, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. The most you're going to ever get through is, in 2 or 3 hours, is if you'd got times quite quickly, would be 2 or 3 days, or I suppose if you played a month for a day, it would be, now then it would be, you could say, but then again, it's also the time you're playing. If you're speeding time up, your tractor's not doing anything, then again, it's how active your tractor is in real time. So, yeah, it just seems totally bizarre. It's like the price structure's all... It's almost like FS22 has been made so completely alien to FS19, and I don't know whether that's by design. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some features that are fantastic. There are some things that I really do applaud Giants for, but then there are other things that they've seemed to have fundamentally changed a lot of the... Whether that was by design, but some of them are really... You can't take away means of making... I mean, let's face it, it's very hard to make money on FS22 out of the box, and yet everything's very expensive, including animals, and what used to be large, like 250 animals, now is 80. So that means you're making a third with the biggest building that now costs $750,000 that used to cost 120 or 240. Makes no sense. How are you supposed to get your 750 grand to earn your thing to then only hold 80 cows? Which aren't going to earn you that much anyway. So you've spent 750, $750,000 to have 80 cows in a barn. To earn what? How long will it even take you to accrue your 750 grand back, let alone make serious profit? Just seems totally, absolutely weird. I don't get it. And I mean, I work in the IT industry. I have never ever seen a piece of software released in the wild with so many flaws. And to think that's acceptable, we all paid an awful lot of money. I mean, I did. I mean, based upon FS19, the game that I grew to love over the 3 years that I've been playing that game, I trusted Giants well enough to give us a game, FS22, that was at least finished enough, and I paid good money for that. And a lot of other people have. I can understand why people are upset. We all put trust in a product that really is shoddy, to say the best. And I'm not trying to be critical, but I cannot be untruthful and say, oh yeah, it's wonderful. Yes, there are certain features you can... It's playable, but it's seriously bugged in many, many ways. And again, it's the mods that are beginning to turn the game around again. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Haut Beyleron and I love Elm Creek, the actual maps, but actually making money with the new systems, I mean, productions, it is possible, but how do you earn your money? I mean, I suppose part of my thing is I start from scratch, which is always tough, and it is got quite a steep... I mean, I think this is our 3rd year. It is, yeah, this is our 3rd year. We've obviously single day season, so we're getting through the days quite quickly, or the months quite quickly. But nevertheless, let's just fill this up. No, in fact, no, let's not. Let's for once put this away as well. Right, let's collect. And let's grab our tractor. Yes, words do escape me, to be honest. I'm even more upset now that my save games have all absolutely crashed and burned. And not only that, but I wonder, is it going to continue to do that? In which case, the game is almost unplayable, and I seriously, even I, as a content creator, would seriously consider actually going back to FS19. Seriously. If anything, the patch, in my personal case, has made matters far worse than it was before. I could actually play the game. I know there were certain crops that were broken, and that's annoying, but it was, I mean, the AIs got worse, and that was before the patch. I don't know, someone spoke earlier about a stealth patch, which is quite plausible. There were a couple of times when the game started and it did the patching thing where it was parsing files from Giant, so I can quite believe there were minor fixes that have gone on. But since the minor fixes, the AI actually is worse than it ever was before. They now go round in circles. So whatever attempt there was to fix it has actually broken it even more. So anyway, I'm not going to keep on, it's a vicious circle, but it is, I must admit, I can see where people are coming from. I truly can. I can't totally stick up for Giants, even though the graphics and a lot of things are good. There's an awful lot of things which I seriously question some of the things that they've done. Even on the financial model of the game now. Yeah, it's going to be 20 something, isn't it? Still good though. Equivalent to 5 bales. So 23,000, excellent. Well, it's nice, we've now got a full array of grass equipment, completely. That's a nice place to be in. This would be my normal start on a start from scratch, would be grass, because it's a really good staple to get your teeth stuck into. And now I actually know that you can do that on FS19, on FS22, because you don't need to own the biogas. That is actually quite good. Now, to say there are some improvements, I'm not going to totally, I would be the first to say that, definitely. Must remember there's a lot of grass around here as well. I'm not going to get it this time, but I've got to be careful outside the crop. How I did not rip that field to pieces when I went over it with this, that's very strange. I mean, I know I've got narrows on my tractor, but surely the mower should have torn it to pieces. Or did I have it up? In which case, I suppose actually it was me with narrows going over the field, so it may have been that actually. I might have turned it up, or lifted it up. It's possible, I suppose. It's a fantastic mod for... Oh God, hitting the grass in the bunker silo. It's very similar to the Bauer Erics, but it's now a lizard. So I'm looking forward to using that. That was my favourite compactor, which I found in the very last couple of months of FS19. So yeah, be well chuffed if it is anything as good, anywhere near as good as the one in FS19, because that was absolutely fantastic. Used to use what's the brand? The Holoras Stego. Used to use two actually, one on the front, one on the back, and I found that amazing if you use two together. But the Bauer Eric was actually even better than that, and that is saying something. It was monstrous. We shall leave this with, we're not going to compact this play session though. This literally is the last job we're doing of the day. Well, actually the one thing I will do is pop over to see the, in fact yeah, we're going to, oh, where is the truck? Let me just grab the truck. I think it's over. It is. Not sure it's going to be pointing the right way. Let's see. It'll. Yeah, brilliant. That's coming. Excellent. We shall actually drive over to the BG8 in that, because it's the fastest vehicle we've got, and we don't use it anywhere near as much, to be honest, as we should do. Seriously. Must admit, it's a fault of mine in any Let's Play that I tend to... I used to use it quite a bit in low note because I actually had it dragging one of my favourite tractors was the Fen GT, and they only do 90 miles an hour, so because of that I used to drag it, there it is, used to drag it on a trailer to the fields, because obviously the truck did 70 something miles an hour. Then I did use it quite a lot. Right, let's see. Weird, although I say about them going around in circles, the only place they actually land properly and actually stop without going around in circles is, and I have said this before, is in our yard and the shop. You send them to a field and they always go around in circles. I just don't get it. Don't know how they can go well in one place and then not in the other. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Let's pick that little bit up. guess we're about halfway through the field. Which will mean, if that's 23 tons, 46, that's going to be roughly 90 odd tons of grass. Which is equivalent, it was 3,500. 10 will be 35. Wow. Yeah, this is an awful lot more grass. I think we got 13 bales of 3.5 tons of this the first time, so this is much more. So definitely this must be a much, much better crop. It must be the double one that I was talking about. Or times 1.5. It used to be on FS19. That doesn't mean to say it is on FS22. I seriously do hope though that this one isn't a giant killer, because in my time I have played a few games where the software company made an error of judgment so bad that they lost nearly all their players. One was the Star Wars game that used to exist. I think it still does, but it lost. It used to be one of the most popular games of its time, but then there was an event called the CU, which some players may remember, where the company changed the game so fundamentally that the people who previously had loved the game actually hated it, and within 3 months they'd lost nearly all of the people who used to play, which is a huge thing of income. I often wonder what companies do in their mind when they make such a drastic mistake of judgment, whether it's arrogance or what, to think. I just don't know what must go through there, and I'm not making the comparison to Giants if the cat fits where it bought. I am basically saying that I just do wonder why companies change a recipe that was successful to one that was not successful and think that they can get away with it. People will leave a product and something else would come and replace it. There's always some good software developer somewhere that is willing to develop a product. If you make such a drastic error of judgment that all of the people that used to like your product, I mean, let's face it, a lot of people could go back straight to FS19. We all bought it. If we hated this game so badly, then you could just crack on with FS19, the game that we all still love. And it can and has happened, that's what I'm saying. Not with Giants perhaps, but it wouldn't be the first software company where people have done such a thing if the product that's supposed to replace is so bad. So I seriously do hope, in Giants' defence, that they truly take it very seriously, because truthfully people, we are not patient. I mean, we've all paid an awful lot of money for a product and would expect the product to be of a high standard based upon Giants' previous games. So if people are terribly disappointed, they will either go back to the game, which I do believe, listening to other content creators, a lot of people have already done that. I mean, I persevered and I saw some improvements, but since the update, I've got to be honest, I see a game that's got worse, not better. And I've tried my best to be positive as a content creator and not say things that are controversial, but I've got to be honest, having been a gamer for a long time and been around the block a few times with both good and bad software companies, arrogant companies who think they can do what they like. I've played EVE Online, and I've got to be honest, that's a very strange game. Could be a fantastic game, graphics are amazing, but CCP or whoever I think it's CCP, the company behind it, they don't really care about you as an individual. They don't care if you get slaughtered. I think it was Frithgar, I was listening to him actually, he played EVE Online as well. And I had the same. I literally went back, I think it was about a year ago, and had a go, because I did used to thoroughly enjoy it. And they've made a new enemy that is so strong that I had a really good ship. I trained my character up. I got a ship that was worth quite a lot. I'd actually put some where you're allowed to buy plex to actually give myself a bit of an advantage, because I was never an advanced player, I was only learning. And I think I lost 2 ships in the space of a week, and it was so stressful that I thought, do you know, this is not fun. And I left the game, and I got like an email from the company to say, oh, you know, you should. And I thought, I'm never coming back to this game. You treated me and many other players like me terribly, and then just think we're all going to take it. You pay your hard money to enjoy your game, not to literally have stress. I mean, there's a certain element of stress in any game, but not to that extent. Just hope Giants do literally get this sorted. Because I think there are an awful lot of people who are very unhappy, and I must admit I can't say I'm not one of them. Having 3 out of 3 Let's Plays totally destroyed, it's a good job I'm reasonably technical, that I know where the backups are and all the rest of it to put those back, and I only lost the 1 session, but it's still a lot, especially if you're a content creator and you've done an entire day or a month of work. If you were going to use the seasons side of things, that is a lot of work to lose. I've literally had deja vu on all 3 Let's Plays where I've had to repeat. Oh, this is a repeat day, to be honest. It's just really terrible. Go off the edge, you can. Brilliant. Grass can't, but you can. I shall leave this. There's not room for this in the... Right, and that is where we are going to leave things for now. I'm going to literally save this, and then next time I come in, the first job I'm going to do is... oh no, I'm forgetting myself. One job I'd love to do is let's go and see how the silage is doing. I think it's tonight, if I'm honest, but we'll go and have a quick look, and that's the last job we'll do for today. I did say that. That's swimming little. In fact, let's do a bit of in-cab. Yes, it doesn't take much if it's on a very, very grand scale, if someone makes a humongous great mistake. And I think the other thing as well that is bad in the times we're living in is companies don't know how to say sorry with stuffed up. And that's the same for Apple, Google, Samsung, Sony. They just treat the customers so badly. There's been Bumpergate, Apple, Samsung and other manufacturers delivered phones that if you held them in a certain place you lost signal. None of them apologise for it. There's been terrible cock-ups with the Android OS a couple of times where I basically had to buy another phone. It was so drastic. And that's 250 quid. Not a single word of sorry from Google. It's Sorry, it's such a... Say, that is just the times we're living in. People just, and companies are the worst for it. It's inhuman. Right. Oh, you can get in. Ah. I was saying the other day you can't get out, but you can. Whoa. Settle down. Well, that's good to know. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, 85%. It will be tonight. That's brilliant. Excellent. So we'll get the telehandler over here. Now let's have a quick look while we're over here. I'm not going to do anything, but I would like to see where we actually take the things. I've not had a good enough look. Whereabouts are you? You look like that, yeah. So with the right kind of thing, you could reverse up there and actually dump that in there, or get your telehandler and or front loader even and just throw them in. That's quite good. Have I just fallen down? I have. Yes, I'm impressed with that. That is quite good. Yeah. Right. Anyway, without any further ado, I'm seriously hoping that this game now saves properly. I say thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to continue with me on this journey, and I hope there is going to be a continued journey, because like everybody else, I must admit I am getting sick of my games being smashed to pieces and having to start again from backup saves. I think 3 times is enough for most people. But anyway, enough of this moaning. Hopefully, let's think positively that Giants will sort matters out. I will be patient enough to give them the opportunity to. I just hope that they live up to that faith in them. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for now.